I am so glad you are here. It is Stoned on Friday in my world, and we're here to talk about this little beauty, clear quartz. Now, this is a tumbled clear quartz, and this one is great if you're seeking clarity. It's clear quartz. So it is used to dispel indecisiveness, mental fog, just not being able to see or think clearly about whatever it is that you need to focus on. This is used to help people focus mentally. Has a host of other uses though. This is like selenite is used to cleanse other stones and decks, whether we're talking oracle decks, tarot decks, or if you read just from plain old playing cards, the way I was first taught to as a kid, clear quartz sits on top of your deck very nicely and cleanses away any negativity. You can also, if you would prefer to direct that energy a little bit more, choose a clear quartz point. This is one of our little guys. We go from these all the way up to what we call extra large. Let me show you what a large looks like for us. They're sorted by weight here, but here's a nice chunky clear quartz point. Gosh, and the largest, $30, not bad for the size, right? But it does not need to stop there. It doesn't have to be a stone that you set somewhere or a stone that you place in a crystal grid. More on that in a moment. You can choose to wear it. So I have 3 cut clear quartz rings on today. They range a little bit in size, but they are absolutely adorable. I'm trying to bring them in focus for you guys watching me on the upright versions. They're set in sterling silver, each and every one of them, and they just range a little bit in price depending on the amount of silver. We're talking, oh gosh, what are our prices here? I'm seeing $27.95 up to $52.18, and I got to be honest with you, this is the one, the big one is the one that's the most expensive, and it's because it's also one of the newest, and silver prices have skyrocketed. So be warned, if there's a piece of silver jewelry out there that you think, ooh, I like that, grab it. Honestly, grab it. I'm seeing those price increases creep through, but these guys are from a collection that we are selling off for another vendor. I'm very happy to say they are still at their original pricing. So they're a bargain at this point. But if you're going to wear it as a ring, you're wearing it to remind yourself that you're important, that your state of mind should be clear, that your heart should be open, but not too easily swayed, and that you can be self-empowered and make good decisions for yourself and free yourself of negative energy, whether it's coming from outside of you or whether it's something you're generating because you're mulling over something. So every time you glance down at that ring, you go, oh, I'm going to stop thinking about that. I'm going to let that go for right now. You can get back to it later if you really have to, but you're going to keep your head clear and focused on what you want to be focused on, not getting trapped in some repeating, worrying thought cycle later. I love these things about clear quartz. Yes, you can put it out, like set it out in a little dish with some other stones that you want to work with. It's lovely. It can be a major focal point in a crystal grid. I love having a crystal grid with a quartz point in it to point in the direction I want it to go. So if I am dealing with things that are of the hearth and home, I might have it pointing toward north because that's one in some systems that's traditionally where that would lie, or finances. Maybe I want it to be about my romantic relationships, my friendships and my family relationships. It's about love, west. Maybe I want to point it in that crystal grid toward the south so that I get things done, I stay motivated, and I meet those goals. Or maybe I need to think through something and I point it to the east. Regardless. And by the way, if you're thinking, what about up and down? If you want to send your intentions, your magical energies up to the heavens to reach whatever deities are up there, then I would stand this in the middle of a small dish rather than a grid, and I would just surround it by handfuls of the stones I want to work with in a crystal grid formation with this. It's not a crystal grid anymore, but this is now touching the stones you want to work with and surrounded by more of them, and it's sending those intentions heavenward. That's actually kind of a cool way to do it. Friday, I'll be talking about casting with stones in a little more detail than I did last Friday. So tune in for that if you want more information about how to work with stones. In the meantime, know that I and the rest of the crew here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis, we think you are an amazing magical person, and we love that about you. And of course, we appreciate the little tiny magical things you can do right here in social media land. I know you know what they are. Go ahead, click those buttons, hype us up, all those wonderful things. And in the meantime, have a fantastic week, and we'll see you soon here on the website or in our shop in Minneapolis. Blessed be.